Newsline. 30 minutes of the most compelling news from across Liberia and other parts of our world. Today is Monday, the 20th day of November 2023. My name is Zokwe Beslekonen, your presenter. In the headlines, President George Weah rallies ruling CDC supporters to come to terms with the election results and move forward. Cabinet.
We will have the strength to go through this life of opposition like we went through many years ago. Did we survive? Yes. Why did we survive? Because we were united.
Cabinet Director General mandates government officials to prepare turn over notes ahead of transition. African Liberation League standard bearer extols Liberians in neck for successful conduct of the 2023 elections. Away from Liberia, at least 32 people killed after gunmen stormed local villages in Sudan's disputed Abyei region. Those are the headlines. We now bring you the news bulletin. President George Weah has assured that he will not do anything that will undermine the country's hard-earned peace and stability. The Liberian leader wants supporters of the ruling coalition for democratic change accept results of the elections and move forward. The ruling party is yet to join the president in conceding defeat, with Secretary General Jefferson Korji saying the CDC will exhaust all challenges possible before making opposition on the outcome. However, speaking Sunday at the Forke Clone Fellowship Church, President Weah admonished CDC supporters to come to terms with the outcome and move on in the interest of peace and national development.
The reason I would do that is not about me, it's about the country. I want to pray with sister to become a position. I can't work in that position. Somebody coming there now. Those that will believe that, oh, they don't do anything. The man not.
The Liberian leader believes the 2023 election has now positioned the CDC to prepare for future polls, declaring that he will make a comeback in 2029. The Director General of the Cabinet is mandating heads of government ministries and agencies to immediately begin the transition process in their respective institutions. A communication from Director General Jordan Sulonte said such process should begin by preparing what he termed as a turnover list. The mandate from Mr. Sulonte comes after President George Weah conceded defeat to former Vice President Joseph Boakai following last week's presidential runoff. In a statement, the cabinet director said the turnover note must include government's assets, financial records, including external funding, completed and ongoing projects, and sources of funding for projects. He also named important human resource-related information, list of external partners, current legal commitments, including cases, disputes, and settlements. He believes the turnover note will enable the incoming administration to assess the status of various government institutions. The standard bearer of the African Liberation League, Sarah Beslo Yanti, has extolled Liberians and the National Elections Commission for a peaceful conduct of the 2023 legislative and presidential elections. Madam Yanti said the election has set new standards for the country's democratic process. She also praised President George Weah for demonstrating maturity by conceding defeat to Joseph Boakai in the runoff election. She described President Weah's decision as patriotic and called on Liberians to put aside their political differences for the common good of the country.
President George Weah has gained such respect. He's gained such respect for the level of patriotism, love for country, and maturity he demonstrated with his concession, and he has been lauded for it across the continent. And I'm really happy he's getting his flowers, because what he did is what Liberia needs.
She said a peaceful conduct of the election demonstrates Liberians' preparedness to foster peace and enhance their country's democracy. Gbapolo County District 1 Representative-elect Zina Norman has praised President George Weah for the demonstration of patriotism and love for peace. Representative-elect Norman said the Liberian leader's action to concede defeat has averted any potential post-election disturbances. Told the CDC lawmaker-elect told our correspondent that such move has also enhanced the country's democratic credentials. At the same time, citizens of Riverview County are commending President George Weah for conceding defeat in the runoff election. They believe such move demonstrates pure democracy and set the country aside as a model of peace in the sub-region. The principal of the Zwedru Multilateral School, Weah Bolem, has disclosed tremendous improvement in the technical and vocational education program at the institution. Bolem said the TVET program is being sponsored by the European Union and implemented by the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO. The project has seen renovation and upgrading of the technical departments, dormitories, classrooms, amongst others. The principal added that over 30 female students are due to be admitted at the dormitory, noting that the selection of beneficiaries is an open process. And Kingsville Public School Principal Kaluba Zeze says the Ministry of Education and partners have constructed a teacher's quarter for the school. The four-bedroom facility in Carisburg, Montserrat County, is expected to be officially turned over next month. Mr. Zeze expressed the hope that the facility will help strengthen the learning environment at the school as teachers will be closer to their students. He then urged parents to prioritize their children's education across the country. According to our correspondent, Mr. Zeze spoke over the weekend at the school's official closing program. That was the news bulletin. We now bring you additional developments. President George Weah has re-echoed his stance on the protection of the country's space. President Weah noted that protecting the peace is crucial to moving the nation forward. The Liberian leader called on members and supporters of the Coalition for Democratic Change to also embrace peace amidst the deep division caused by the elections. Vasta Talu has more on this development.
The reason I did that is not about me, Mr. President.